I live in a 2-floor house with my sister. It's basically a split setup. She has the downstairs, I have the upstairs. 2 kitchens, 2 living spaces. But most nights, I'm alone. She's usually at her boyfriend's place, about 20 miles away. And yeah, I'm 30 years old. I shouldn't be scared of being home alone. But sometimes, I am. This happened on one of those nights. I was in my living room watching a horror movie. My place has an open layout, living room, dining area, kitchen, all one big space. My couch sits right in the middle, facing the TV, with a huge stretch of darkness behind me. So the entire time I'm watching, I keep glancing over my shoulder. You know, just in case. After the movie, I brushed my teeth, turned off all the lights, and went to bed. I fell asleep fast. But about 2 hours later, I woke up. I didn't know why at first. Then I heard it. A voice. Downstairs. It sounded exactly like my sister. Not outside. Not at the door. Inside the house. I lay there for a second, trying to understand what she was saying, but I was still half asleep. My brain wasn't working right. I figured maybe she came home early. Maybe she was on the phone. Maybe she was calling me. So I got up. I stepped into the dark hallway, turned on the light, and started walking toward the stairs. Then I heard her again. This time, I heard my name. That woke me up a little more. I walked downstairs, still groggy, calling back. Yeah? What is it? I reached the bottom and fumbled around for the light switch. Couldn't find it. Everything felt off. So I walked toward her kitchen and flipped that light on. The room lit up slowly. Dim at first. Then brighter. And there was no one there. Not my sister. Not her boyfriend. No one. I checked her living room. Empty. Her bedroom. Empty. Then I shouted her name. And right after I did, something hit the floor in her bedroom. Loud. I had just checked that room. I didn't investigate. I didn't try to be brave. I went straight back upstairs, locked myself in my room, and grabbed my phone. I called her. No answer. I sat there, trying to convince myself I imagined everything. Eventually, I fell asleep. The next morning, I woke up to a text from her. Why did you call me at 1 a.m.? I asked if she came home at all that night. She said no. She was at her boyfriend's the entire time. I went downstairs again, into her room. Nothing was on the floor. Nothing that could have made that noise. To this day, I tell myself I must have hallucinated it. Because the alternative is something I don't even want to think about. When I was 14, my mom worked night shifts as a nurse. My brother was away at college. So I was home alone. A lot. One weekend night, I had a girl over, Molly. We watched a couple movies, hung out, nothing crazy. Eventually her parents made her go home. So now it was just me. I went to my room, turned on the TV, and laid in bed. My room was upstairs, facing the backyard. That's when I heard it. A scraping noise. Like one of the deck chairs being dragged. I got up and looked out the window. And there was someone sitting on one of the chairs. At first, I thought it was Molly messing with me. She had just left like 10 minutes earlier. So I called her name. The person looked up at me. It wasn't her. I ducked away from the window instantly. I didn't recognize him at all. Heart pounding, I grabbed my phone and texted my friends, asked if anyone was outside messing with me. Everyone said no. And honestly, none of them would have done something like that anyway. I slowly moved back to the window. He was still there. Just sitting. Staring up at me. He had definitely seen me. I backed away again. Turned off my TV, and sat on my bed in complete darkness. I didn't even want to turn my phone screen on. The window was open, and I was terrified he'd hear any movement. I sat there for what felt like forever. At least 5 minutes. Then I forced myself to check again. He was still there. Looking right at my window. I felt sick. But instead of hiding again, I tried to act brave. I called down to him. What do you want? That's when I noticed something. His shoulders started shaking. Like he was laughing. But there was no sound. Then I heard it. A faint, wheezing noise. Like he was laughing so hard he couldn't breathe. I told him to go away. No response. I left the window and sat in silence again. Then I heard it. The back door. He was trying to get in. I froze. Then he moved to the front door, trying that one too. Pushing. Testing. Then. Silence. He gave up. I shut my window, closed the curtains, and didn't leave my room for the rest of the night. When my mom got home in the morning, I told her everything. She was furious. Not at him. At me. For not calling the police. And she was right. If those doors hadn't been locked, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. This happened when I was 19. I still lived at home with my parents, and one night they both went out of town, so I had the house to myself. Nothing felt weird at first. I locked all the doors, stayed up watching TV, and eventually went upstairs to go to sleep. Sometime in the middle of the night, I woke up. I didn't know why. I just opened my eyes and stared into the darkness. My room was completely silent. But something felt off. Then I heard it. A soft sound. Coming from under my bed. At first, I didn't move. I just listened. It sounded like breathing. Slow. Uneven. I told myself it was nothing. The house settling. My imagination. But then it shifted. Something moved under the bed. And I froze. Every instinct told me not to look. But I did anyway. I slowly leaned over the side of the bed and stared into the darkness underneath. There was nothing there. Just empty space. I actually let out a quiet laugh, feeling stupid for scaring myself. I laid back down, trying to relax. Then I heard it again. This time. Right next to my ear. Breathing. From the other side of the bed. I shot up and turned on the light. That's when I saw it. My closet door was slowly closing. It wasn't open before. I got out of bed and walked toward it, every step feeling worse than the last. When I reached the door, I grabbed the handle and pulled it open. Nothing. Just clothes. Boxes. Normal stuff. I stood there for a second, trying to calm down. Then I noticed something. The floor of the closet looked slightly raised. Like something had been pushed up from underneath. That's when it hit me. The space under my bed connects to the space under the closet. I didn't sleep at all that night. The next morning, I told my dad everything. He checked under the bed. Checked the closet. There was nothing there. But later that day, he installed a lock on my closet door from the outside. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoy this content. Thanks for watching.